Hi, it's Alpita, and this is today's energy reading. I'm always like looking at the camera, like adjust, recalc. Okay, so today is Wednesday, March 9th, 2022 at 11:36 a.m. And today's energy is it's this it's this double Dutch energy that I've talked about before. It's this like waiting for the moment. But actually what we're waiting for is the universe to respond to something that we've done. We're waiting for the check to come in. We're waiting for the approval notice. We've done all we've needed to do. We've crossed our T's, we've dotted our I's, we've done the work. And now it's staying in that energy. It's staying in that vision and seeing the thing that we want to manifest, the thing that we've been like, oh my God, this needs to happen. It needs to happen now. Staying in the energy of it's done. It is done. I have done all I've needed to do. And all I need to do is to continue to nurture that energy. Okay? So, another way to put it, it's kind of like you're almost at you're at 39 weeks of pregnancy, and it's like any day now, and you're getting impatient. It's like, what more? It's so funny, when I was pregnant with my boys and even my daughter, it was like everybody and their mother, and myself included, was like, what are things that you can do to induce labor? And that's where we are. We're in that energy of like, what more is there for me to do? What more can I do to speed this process along? This is taking too long. I'm tired of waiting. And it's, yes, are there things that you can do in labor and in life? But do you need to do those? There is this amazing lull, this like amazing magic that happens when we sit back and trust, and we still continue to nurture that baby in our belly, that dream in our hearts, but from a I trust perspective. I trust the process. I know it's happening. I know it's coming. It is always on time. Everything always works out for me. It is done sort of energy. And it's not, it drives me crazy because a lot of people talk about the universe is testing you. The universe is never testing you. It is responding to your energy. So if you're sitting there saying, why isn't it happening? Why is it? You're the one who's blocking it energetically. Okay. And you're like, well, you don't understand, Alpita. It's paperwork that I'm waiting on. You think that your energy doesn't affect the person that's processing that paperwork? Why is it that when it's like, oh, I thought of my best friend and she called me, we're like, oh, wow, we're connected. But when it's like, I put in paperwork for this, that, and the other thing, and now, it's not moving along, and you're the one who's sitting there in doubt, in fear, in restlessness, in impatience, and it's like, well, it has nothing to do with that. Yeah, it does. You can't consider yourself a manifester only when the positive things happen. You have to take responsibility for the negative things that happen. And sometimes you can have the best of intentions, you can hold the right vibration and right vision, and things go a different way because, well, let's admit it, there's 7 some odd, almost 8 billion people on this planet. Sometimes it's the greater good. It's not what you want, it's something better. Okay? So sometimes things don't go our way. But instead of sitting there and saying that my energy, my doubt, my fear, my restlessness, my worry isn't affecting things, how about taking ownership of that and saying, I'm not going to worry. For today, I'm just going to trust that I've done everything I need to do. I've done enough, and it's coming. Okay? It's not an easy place to be. I'm right there with you. Trust me. I'm right there with you. Right in the trenches with you. So it's stepping back and saying, you know what? I'm going to take a snow day. It's stepping back and saying, I'm going to go color. I'm going to go play. I'm going to go, do something else to take my mind off. Okay? think of it, no matter how important or how pivotal this thing that you're waiting for is, think of it as that package coming. And you're tracking and you're tracking and you're tracking, and it's like, what? You know, you said you're going to be here at 12:30 and it's not here yet. And then you go off and you do the dishes, or you go off and take a shower, or you go and watch a TV show, and then it's like, oh, package delivered. That's how we need to treat the bigger things we're manifesting in our lives. And I know it's hard to be that flippant about it, but it's not being flippant about it. It's being a good steward of your energy. Okay? Worrying about it doesn't make it come any faster. Actually, it may manifest things that prolong it, delay it. So instead, we need to be like, okay, it's coming. Like right now it's snowing, and I have like, I don't even know how many boxes, but I started ordering like gallon jugs of body wash and like shampoo and stuff from Amazon, because it's just easier than buying the little bottle every week or whatever. A big jug will last us like 2 months, and I just refill the bottle we have. So I have that. I have Brita filters for our kitchen faucet. I have my magnesium pills coming. I don't even know. It's like a bunch of stuff that's on auto ship or subscribe or whatever they call it. And no lie, it's probably like 3 or 4 big boxes coming. And right now it's snowing. And granted, we're not supposed to get that much snow. And obviously, I wish I had known and I would have done it a different day, but it is what it is. So instead of sitting here and being anxious and being like, oh, it's fucking snowing and I have to go out into the snow and deal with these packages, it's like, it comes when it comes. And here's the beauty of it. There's nothing in there that can't sit out on the stairs till tomorrow. Hell, the package from yesterday, I didn't grab till this morning. Okay? And that actually had a book in it, and goldfish. Goldfish are a big thing in this household. It's where my 6-year-old lives on that stuff. He eats other things, trust me, he does. But it just, like, if he could, he would just live on goldfish. So it's like, sometimes it's like, we're so anxious that we keep checking our email, we keep checking our social media, we keep checking our apps, and it's like, that's not helping. It doesn't help you live the life that you desire, a life of ease and grace, and it doesn't help that thing show up any faster. And we all know that it always happens when we're not looking. It always happens when we take our energy off of it and we just go do something else. Okay, so that's the message for today. That's today's energy. Whatever it is, and I know for some of us it's like a huge thing, and it's like, well, if that doesn't happen, and I have to go to plan B, and I don't like plan B, and that's okay. And actually, I'm a subscriber to the plan Z. Like, what is the worst case scenario that can happen? What is my plan if that happens? And then anything that comes between plan A and plan Z is bonus. It's not plan Z, right? So sometimes that really helps to shift your energy, because a lot of times we block things because we're like, what if it doesn't show up? Well, what if it does? And what if it's better than what you imagined? What if that check that you were thinking of in the mail, we actually just got a check the other day, and Connecticut increased the earned income credit for 2020, and I had calculated that we were going to get this tiny little check, and it was supposed to be a $40 check, and it ended up being a $400 check. And I know my math was right, so I think the formula that they put up on the website was not right. Because I checked my numbers and I was like, so it was like, and I was just like, well, whatever, it'll come when it comes. I wasn't counting on it because it was only $40. Like, yeah, does $40 help? Of course it does. It buys something. Maybe it might fill a half a tank at this point, right, of gas. But by being like, whatever, it's extra money I wasn't counting on, it came quicker than I thought it would. And it was better. It was literally at a zero, right? So sometimes that's what happens. But if we have that plan Z, like worst case scenario, this is what I'll do. We can kind of let ourselves coast and take the brakes off and just like chill for the day or two and just let things move along on their own schedule. All right, guys. I have 2 Wisdom Wednesday specials. They should be posted below this video or somewhere on this page. So I had an amazing astrology chart session this morning with a client, and we literally went through her astrology chart to help her kind of see where her gifts lie and where her next career lies, or business, I should say. And it was just, for me, it was kind of a refresher of like literally everything is written in your astrology chart. You know, the way that you communicate, the way that you act, when you're stressed, how you behave. And knowledge is key. When you recognize these things, when you read your astrology chart and you're like, yeah, I do that, it gives you power. Knowledge is power. And it's like, an awareness is the key here, is when you see those things. And again, astrology is not the end all to be all. There are certain things in our astrological chart that it's a blueprint, that there are certain strengths that we were never encouraged to cultivate, and there's certain weaknesses that we were put in situations that we've already overcome. So again, this is your birth chart, this is your blueprint, but there's so many secret points in there that people are unaware of, so many things that the mainstream astrologers don't touch upon, that have kind of like, some of this knowledge has been lost. You can find it on the internet, but making sense of it and finding more documentation can be challenging. But those are the things that I love to talk about. Those are the things, your sun sign, we go over that a little bit, your moon sign, your rising sign, we go over that a little bit. But what I really love to get into the nitty gritty is how you manifest. What are the gifts that you have? What are your psychic abilities? What are your practical abilities, practical skills, and how do you use that stuff to manifest? And not only that, but I couple that with my clairvoyance and my clairsentience, and I can really help you paint a picture of how to navigate March, how to navigate April, and how to make 2022 the comeback year, because that's what it is for so many of us. So that's one of the specials today. It's $350 for an hour session. It's normally $500 plus for an astrology session, an hour session. Plus, I will have my tarot and my oracle cards in case you have a question about things that are going on that your chart will only tell you about you. It will tell you some of the influences. It'll tell you a little bit about, some of the things that you will encounter during certain stages of your life. But if there's a certain situation that you're going through and you need more guidance, we can definitely pull cards during that hour session. And trust me, I could spend, 3-4 hours talking about your astrology chart, and especially all the little extra secret points that nobody really talks about or really understands. And I'll even do a PDF of all those points for you, because the regular chart I can send you a link to. It's no big deal. So you'll get that, probably in the next couple days. I'll send that to you, but we'll talk about it. We'll record it. You'll get the recording. And then the other thing is the March Madness special, which is it's a 3-card reading of what are you need to focus on March, how to overcome the challenges, and what the blessings April will bring when you handle those obstacles. And I started doing these 3-card readings via a video. So I'll record a video and then I'll upload it unlisted to YouTube, and you'll get the link. So you'll actually get to see the card. It'll be a video for you to reference back. So and they're about 5 to 10 minutes. And every time last week when I did a couple of these, the clients that I had, I felt called to pull a tarot affirmation card. So it's a tarot card, but it has 5 affirmations. I'll be doing that again. That's a little bonus that I add in. And then last week, I also pulled a mudra card. If you're unfamiliar with mudras, they're like yoga for your hands, kind of like we know this mudra. There's, there's so many different mudras. This is another mudra. And what they do is they activate certain meridians in your hands, and the cards will have something to focus on. There's some sort of message that's coming through, and you work with that mudra. You'll do that. I get guidance as to, how often, when, and stuff like that. I'll be pulling that. So those are two little bonuses that I throw in, that you get pictures of those, and I will show you them on video, and I will give you guidance on how to use them. So those are the two specials today. The March Madness video reading is $33. The Master Manifestor astrology session is $350. So private message me, let me know. The special is good just for today. The Master Manifestor I might extend till Friday. We'll see how things go. But I hardly ever do an hour-long session or an astrology session, and I did one this morning, and it was just so much fun to like explore someone's chart. I literally bring it up on the screen and share it with you, and I show you what these all mean, and we discuss it. It's not just reading stuff off the screen. It's me intuitively going into your chart and seeing what it's actually saying and how to use it. A lot of the stuff that you get in an astrology report is, this is what it means. It doesn't always help you connect the dots to see how you manifest and how you can really overcome the things that your limiting beliefs, the way that you were raised, the things that are standing in your way in order to manifest the things that you want. So, and a lot of clairvoyance and a lot of intuitive stuff will come through as well when I'm doing a chart. So, it was just an amazing session this morning, and I wanted to share that because I have a feeling that there's there are people out there that could really use this sort of guidance. So just private message me, let me know, and we'll set up a time today or tomorrow or even Friday to schedule that for you. And like I said, you'll get a write-up of all those things, and you'll get a recording of the Zoom session. All right, guys, you have a great day. And again, stop worrying. Whatever it is coming, or better. Just got to give it some time. All right. The physical world moves a little slower than energy. So we need to give it time in order for all the players to do their parts and for things to come together. So just keep the faith and know that things are working out in your favor. Bye.